What's going on, everybody? TK here, TK and Drinks, and we got another honest mead review coming at you today. And this is one from the cats at Dragon Meadery there in Aurora, Colorado. We did an interview with them a couple weeks back. Go ahead and put a card up here somewhere, link to that video. Go back and check that out. As you can see, this bottle is already open, so I did open this live with them on that video. Like I said, go check it out. Get my first reaction to the mead, a couple others, and just hear what they have to say. It was a great time. You'll really enjoy it. I promise. If you don't, I'll give you your money back. Can't beat that, I promise. Money back, guaranteed, if you don't like it. So as you can see, this one here is called the Chamomile Methaglin. Now this one is made with chamomile and fresh vanilla, I believe is what it says. That is correct. And I cannot see any variety of honey listed on here. I don't remember what they said, but I'm pretty sure it's just a wildflower honey, not just a wildflower honey, but a wildflower honey that they picked up there in Colorado. So without further ado, well, hopefully that slow pour turned out. I'm shooting from a different angle than I normally do, as you can see, so might not have got the angle correct, but I've been doing this for a little while now. I think I'm doing all right. But straight away into this Chamomile Methaglin. This thing is like extra light white, or even like the lightest possible amber color if we're going off of like the honey scale. It is not carbonated, very still. It's on the sweet leaning scale from what I remember reading off the bottle. So if I give it a couple good shakes here, see if we can't get something to cling to the sidewall. Now Shane was the head. He's the head mead maker there. He was my first partner at Mazer Cup. I learned a lot of tips and tricks from him as far as, you know, the whole judging process and everything like that. So I'm definitely not getting a bunch of legs on there. Oh, there they are. They are forming. It took them a second, but now they're just dripping down. So lots of residual sugar left over from that. I'm expecting it to be nice and sweet and full, as it was the other night when I tried it for the first time. So, ooh, very heavy on that chamomile, very heavy on that vanilla in the aroma straight away. You can smell the sweetness in there. It's very herbal and very earthy to complement that honey sweetness. I don't get any alcohol notes at all. Maybe like a hint of some like vinous aroma, some of that hint of fermentation in there, but mostly it's just that chamomile and that vanilla just punching you right in the face. Chamomile, vanilla, chamomile, vanilla. So let's get straight away into that tasting too. Oh yeah, very sweet, thick, full mouthfeel, not syrupy, not cloying, but definitely nice coating mouthfeel. Straight away into that quasi-spicy, almost chamomile taste. Again, that same earthiness that you get in the aroma carries through in the flavor palette. The sweetness from the honey is in there. It is definitely on the sweet leaning side. It's probably, if I remember what Shane said, Shane and Ali were saying, is their sweetest mead that they make. So I wouldn't necessarily want anything sweeter than this, but for what it is, holy cow, it carries that character so well. It's so full of that chamomileness and that vanilla, and like I said, that light bit of a spicy, I guess more like peppery, not so much spicy. Let's pull out our wine aroma wheel here real quick and see if we say we got earthy. Where's that got peppery on there? Woody, peppery, burn, not phenolic, not oaky, not really cinnamony or anything like that. We go over in the vegetative herbal side, not tea or tobacco. No, like I said, like if you've ever had chamomile, like a chamomile tea, it's very true to that like chamomile presence. It's done pretty darn well for being a sweet mead. And like I said, I don't necessarily know if I'd want anything sweeter than this, but yeah. If anything, I would say maybe a pinch more acidity in there. The astringency is good. It's got a little bit of bite in there, but not what I would expect from a chamomile mead anyway. So I'm not gonna, you know, it's right in line with all that. So let's get to that scorecard. Scorecard 40 out of 50. Solid 4.0 on this guy. Again, 8 out of 10 on the bouquet and aroma because of everything that we mentioned. The strong presence of that chamomile and the vanilla in there. The sweetness of the honey comes through. Pinch of that vinous aroma that we get in there, all balanced very well. Not really much else to say other than that. It's balanced really well. So it gets an 8 out of 10. 6 out of 6 on that appearance. It's pretty hard to screw up an appearance unless you got like a bunch of floaties and particulates and it looks hazy, but in like a bad way, not like it's just so much fruit or so much adjunct presence in it. But you know, there's some that I've had that looked a bit murky, and I would definitely knock them on their appearance for that. 19 out of 24 on the flavor. Again, I think it was a little bit light on the acidity for me, if memory serves back to the initial pull on it from the live pour. It was a little bit better, but I would personally put a little bit more acidity in there just to cut it down on the sweetness. The strong chamomile, strong vanilla flavor, the honey is in there. Very memorable mouthfeel. I can still taste it minutes later. It's just there, it lingers, it hangs out. On the borderline of syrupy, cloying, for me, it doesn't cross over that line. Like I said, I've had these ones in the past. They just run up, touch right into that sand, and then kind of just walk away. And it works. I think it has to be the right flavor profile. In this one, it does. This is, I think, would be perfect if you had like some chamomile tea. Throw some of this in there to just to sweeten it up instead of using like regular just plain honey or something like that. Just throw some of this in there, give it a little twist. Everything's good to go, man. This is definitely one you want to have in your quiver of meads, because it's a unique flavor profile, and I think it's definitely one to just to have around the house. So solid 40 out of 50 from TK on the TK and Drinks Honest Mead Review. Dragon Meadery, Chamomile Methaglin. You heard it here. So if you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, I would appreciate a follow, subscribe, notify here on the YouTube channel, a follow over on my social media platforms as well, Instagram and Facebook. Always are appreciated. So thank you for being here tonight. As always, this is number 97 on the road to 500. We are getting close to 100. I've had so many more meads in my personal life than on the show, but it's awesome to have almost 100 reviews on my plate, ready to go out the door. I don't know if that makes any sense. Closing in on that 100 mark, on that century mark. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll have something special for it. Maybe we don't. Who knows? It's TK and Drink. That's how we do it.